Today, I'm meeting my good friend Christine Manfield to test a new curry for the Cooks Co-op. So what are we going to cook today?
This is just a really basic vegetable curry
that
I've adapted from spending time in the Himalaya in India. This one's done with chickpea and potato, but you could do it with pumpkin, you could do it with chicken if you wanted to, so, you know, it can go off in all sorts of directions.
And with fish or whatever?
Yep.
Oh, great. I'm going to start by pounding some ingredients.
Yeah, so you're going to put in the turmeric, ginger, garlic and chilli. Just a little bit of chilli. Okay. I've just done a rough chop. And so you just have to pound that together. That's going to be our aromatic base.
And there's lots of dried spice as well. When does that go in?
Yeah, that goes in. You never start with ground spice. If you're going to cook whole spice, you do it at the beginning.
Yeah.
Or a fresh paste like this, you do it at the beginning, soften that out.
Yeah. And
then you put the ground spice into, you know,
to give it more depth.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Otherwise it'll burn. Good wrist action there, Marty. Normally you could just blitz it at home in a food processor if you don't want to do this.
That would have been easier.
Or you can just chop it, just chop it really fine.
Yeah.
And then cook it.
While that paste gets finished, we heat some vegetable oil in the pan. Add chopped onions and cook for 3 to 4 minutes until soft. Then add the curry paste and cook that for 2 to 3 minutes until it's aromatic. Smells great already. Now for the dried spices. 2 sticks of cinnamon, a tablespoon of ground cumin, a tablespoon of turmeric, half a tablespoon of Kashmiri chilli, and 2 tablespoons of ground coriander. You
can smell the all the spices because they're sort of on direct heat now. And then really we'll just put some of our stock in. Just
not much cooking of the spices.
Just quite quick because you can see it starting to stick on the bottom.
Yeah.
So I put just enough stock in. This is a couple of these ladles just to lift it off the bottom.
Yeah.
Turn the heat down to low now, and what we can do is put some tomato. So I've just sliced 2 tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, and I've put 3 of the peeled tin tomatoes. So I just break it down a little bit with my spoon.
Yeah.
A couple more ladles, because we've got to basically, when we put the potatoes in, we want to make sure they've got a little bit of liquid to cook in.
To the stock, add 300 grams of potatoes and chickpeas that have been soaked overnight and then cooked. You can use the tin variety if you want a quicker option. Turn the heat down to low and let this cook for 15 minutes. So while that's cooking, what are your 3 favourite utensils in the kitchen?
Apart from my chef's knife, which is essential for any cook, when I travel, there's a couple of things I always take with me. One of them is a Microplane, because I can do really, mincing and of garlic, galangal, ginger, etc., and also any sort of citrus zest on this, so indispensable. And mandolin for a nice fine slicing, and then I can do the julienne.
They're good, those ones, because they're really lovely and sharp.
Yeah, these and my knife is what I carry with me.
Yeah. So it's ready.
Yeah, so we've done it about 20 minutes. So let's bring it over onto the board, and we'll do the last little bits over here.
Still bubbling.
And now we're going to season it with some sea salt, and that's going to also bring all the spices alive again.
Yeah.
Salt is absolutely essential in cooking, especially with spice. And then we'll just grab some of these baby spinach leaves. Because they're little and very soft, they don't need to be overcooked, because they'll just shrink down anyway. So I stir them in while the sauce is still nice and hot, off the heat, and then add the chopped coriander. It almost looks Mediterranean, doesn't it, in its colour? It's just a bowl full of goodness, really, isn't it?
It is.
So I guess it's time.
Let's
you've done all the work, so let's taste it, huh? The yoghurt gives it a nice little tang too, little sharp burst.
This is so good. I love mixing it all together. I can't wait to serve this at the shed.